Okay, fast track call number 2. All right, return. Okay.
Whoops.
Tammy, I think I might have deleted a couple more screens than we needed to, but just go with this.
Okay. I am just trying to get on here so I can see the full thing. Okay, so words to use. Let's talk about, the words to use when you're inviting, because right now, last week we discussed making your contacts outside of the party and how to reach out to get the bookings. And hopefully you did some of those things. We shared a lot of information, and hopefully you made your contacts. You need to be making at least 25 contacts a week. And that's going minimum, guys. If you can make more, go for it. But words to use when you're inviting. This is a really strong, we call it a tagline, and it's a great tagline. Are you in the market for extra income? Because let's be real, who isn't in the market for extra income, right? So I'm so excited about all that is new in my business. I'm inviting you to join me to hear more. In September, you can earn the new Deluxe Cooking Blender, valued at over $350. We also have a rock crock in every single business kit. If you join my opportunity event tonight, you get 25 tickets in our drawing in this party. Okay, so this is a post that you're going to use in your parties. And if you're using my outline that I share on our team page, it's in there. Because your opportunity event, whether you're on mine or Kathy's, is Wednesday night. Okay, so I post these on Wednesday. This goes up on Wednesday, not Tuesday, because here's the deal. The virtual world is a very much right now world. You can post things early, people are going to forget. When you post and share the day of, people remember. So you're going to invite people to join the opportunity event tomorrow. This is very important. The opportunity event, this link on here probably is not the one for my team, so don't use that one. Okay?
I don't know if it's from
if you're on my team, you'll get a different link, okay? Kathy, if you just might want to take that one out so we don't get people in the wrong one. But you have the words to use. Make sure that you're following up. As anything you post in your parties, if you post it and leave it, it's a dead post, right? Comment, interact, invite your hostess first. Ask your hostess if she knows anybody who's in the market for extra income. After you ask her, of course. Okay, so first thing you're going to do to put on your to-do list is use those words to invite to your opportunity event for your team that your team has tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Okay?
What time do you normally post that on Wednesday? Like, do you have
what I do on Wednesdays is Wednesday is the day that I have my Ask Me Anything post where they get to ask questions. And I do that around noon. And then a little bit after, shortly after that, I put my invite post up so that they're asking me questions and then they see the invite post. So it's a good little lead in. And then underneath when they ask me all the questions they're going to ask me, I share the link again on that post so that they can see, hey, if you have any more questions, please join this opportunity event. Okay? Okay, so focus for this week. Last week we focused on bookings. Now it's time to add to your team because, guys, our hope is that you're following this week to week. You really need to be doing each week's activities in order to be ready for the next step. Last week we booked, and if you don't have your bookings on the calendar, guys, you're going to get off this call at 8:30 and you're going to book your calendar full so that you're caught up, okay? The next focus is going to be, Kathy's making my screen smaller. Our opportunity event, we talked about that. The opportunity event is on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. And it's
Tammy, what is yours called?
Mine is called Pampered Chef Your Way.
And that's the Hunter. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make that slide as we did it. Okay.
So the hope was last week you booked the shows. This week you have the parties on the calendar. You're inviting. Okay. Remember, every 4 add 1 more. This is the new motto for Pampered Chef because what they found in research was that for every 4 parties on the calendar, people were on average adding 1 teammate. Okay? So I want you to think about it. If you're booking 4 shows a week, it stands to reason that you're going to be in front of enough people to make this happen. Okay? If you're only doing 1 show a week, it's going to be a little tougher. It really is, because you're not going to be in front of as much people to make this happen. So I want you to remember that, and I want you to keep that your motto. We talked about that on the new consultant call as well. The big ask. Guys, it sounds funny. It always does when you say it, but honestly, the bigger your ask is, the more success you have. You need a really big ask. So if your boss asks you, I want you to think about this. If your boss asks you to stay after work for 1 hour a day, and they would give you an extra $2,000 bonus in the next 30 to 60 days, and another $1,000 for coming a director by your 6-month anniversary, would you do it? So you went to your 9-to-5 job, your boss said, you know what, I'm going to give you a total of $3,000 extra if you stay after for 1 hour a day. What are you going to say to that boss for that much money? So why aren't you saying that to yourself as your own boss? Right? That's basically what Pampered Chef is saying to you. Now, for those of you who joined on or after July 29th, our number 1 is your success for everybody, no matter when you join. But we want to celebrate and reward you when you hit milestones, okay? When you promote to director in your first 90 days, you're going to get $500. We have a gal on the call tonight that is not on the call right now. I don't see her. She left. I saw her. I know she was here. Stacy, if you're on the call, get her back. Tell Kim we need her back on here. Message her, please. But we have a gal tonight who has an extra $500 on her paycheck. More than that, actually, and we'll talk about that. But if you promote to director in your first 90 days, you're going to get $500. And when you maintain your director status for the 3 months following your promotion, you get another $500. That's $1,000 on top of your regular commission. And you can still collect $100 for each recruit, 100 real dollars, not PC, you brought to your team in your first 90 days when they submit their first $12.50 in sales in their first 90 days. When you promote to advanced director by your 6-month milestone, you get $1,000. And when you maintain it for 3 months, you get another $1,000. Guys, this is really happening with people. This is real stuff. You know, I know you all were on the call. Stacy was on this first fast track call back in July, end of July. And her goal was to fast track, and she did it in August. Sorry, Kim. Stacy's up next. She's working on it. But Kim was on the first one in July, and she was listening to all this, and I'm sure she was thinking, oh, that happens to other people. It's not going to happen to me. I don't know. She did it, and she hit it in August, and it can happen to you. Okay, so payday. Brand new consultant, Ramona Porter, paycheck number 1 in March. I want you to take a look at her first paycheck. I don't know if you can see it real good there, but it's $1,263.29. This is as a consultant. I want you to think, what would you do with another $1,200 in your month?
And that's about $5,000 in sales, just so you know. So she had a really good month. She had a lot of parties. She's all virtual.
She did all them sales herself.
Yeah. Herself. So who else could use $1,200? Anybody use $1,200? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, because if you don't want it, I'll take it. Okay.
Okay. So Gina's second Pampered Chef paycheck. She promoted in August to director. Her first paycheck as a director. This is a girl named Gina. This is not Ramona.
Actually, she promoted in April. Sorry. This should have been April, not August.
April. Okay. Kathy, I'm confused on the Gina thing. Ramona's down at the bottom.
Okay, so Gina recruited Ramona.
Okay, Gina recruited Ramona. And
on Gina's team.
okay, so her first, so when she recruited Ramona, and her first, her second Pampered Chef paycheck after she recruited Ramona was $1,007. Now Ramona, her second paycheck, and this is kind of like what Kim did. Kim had that big $800 paycheck as her first one as a consultant. Now the second one that Ramona had went from $2,000. She promoted to director. It went up to $3,393. That's really amazing. And that is by building a team and sharing the workload.
Yeah, let me clear that up. Gina, who was Ramona's director, her second paycheck, her first paycheck was $1,000. Her second paycheck as a director was $2,500. Gina, a regular paycheck was, and she promoted to director, was $3,300 or almost $3,400. So we're talking, a lot of money in the first 60 days of their business. All right, here, Tam. I don't know. Can you see those?
Yeah, I can see those. So then we've got Tammy Johnston is an upline advanced director to Ramona and Gina. Okay, so that's kind of like Kathy is an upline advanced director or an upline director to me and Kim. Okay, that's kind of how that works. Tammy Johnston's paycheck after all this happened was $5,639. Okay, she's advanced director. She's got a couple of directors under her, and a sample of paycheck of a national executive. Now, a national executive, this is one paycheck. Okay, there's no glass window. $17,000, $17,820 to be exact. What would y'all do with that much money?
Some people make that in a year.
Glass ceiling. My husband said I called that wrong. No glass ceiling, not window.
That's right.
Kathy didn't catch it.
I did catch it, but I didn't want to say anything. So, all right. So, is Kim back on?
Yes.
I am.
Okay, Kim, would you mind if you can round ball it if you want, but can you give us a round ball of what your first check as a director was?
It was $1,100.
Okay.
A little over $1,100.
As a director, what would it have been if you were just a consultant? Did you kind of figure that out?
It would have been 400 and a little over, I believe.
Okay. All right. So how many shows did you do?
I had 4 on there.
Okay.
Wow.
Guys, $1,100. Not dancing around a pole. She kept all her clothes on. Very good thing. All right. Very good thing. So what did you think about all that? Kim, you want to share kind of your experience just real quick?
We want to hear everything else you got too.
Yes.
I got the whole fall lineup again, all this stuff. I got my necklace is coming in. I haven't got it yet, but it's on its way. I got my blender. I'm so excited about my blender. What else do I get? And my big check. So.
And Kathy, what about PC dollars? Is that still?
Oh, I got 250 PC dollars.
Yep. And I think you got 3,000 points. You either got 3,000 or 6,000 for promoting to director, and for your trip incentive.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good.
For your trip incentive too. So yeah, it's well worth it. Kind of fun.
Yes, it's very exciting.
So
Guys, everything for fall products showed up at her door as soon as she promoted all the new fall products. And
Yes.
she earns those every season. She'll earn those every season.
And Kim, do you have anybody you're working with to help them do what you just did?
I want Stacey Thomas. Well, I want the entire everybody under me to do it, but Stacey, she's coming up next.
Okay. All right. That's a nice big hit because not only do you get the money, but she does too. So it's a really, really nice bonus for both of you guys. So congratulations. That's very exciting. Welcome to the
Thank you.
Welcome to the, so everybody can do it. I don't care if you've been in the business 35 years or 35 minutes, you can do this, okay? So, big question. If you knew you could not fail, what would you do? Okay, so Tammy calls this the chicken list. You know, don't be a chicken, but if you're scared of something, write it down. I am very, very proud of Riley for making that opportunity to talk to somebody, because that's not normally something that she does. So I think that's awesome. I think it's great. I'm very proud of her, not because she's my daughter, but you know, she was just some chick that was on my team. I'd be very proud of her too. So, but yeah, so just, I want you to think about it. And let me give you a little example. I have a little accountability partner named Debbie Kimball. She is the most positive person I've ever met in the entire universe, but we have challenged each other that every day we will ask one person about our business opportunity. And she sends me a picture of a rocket, because her team are the rocket launchers. I send her a picture of a stadium. I just find a GIF of a stadium. And that's our little clue that we have done that. And yesterday I was out to dinner, and we had the nicest little waitress. Just, she was really on top of things. And the whole time I'm thinking, I should say something. I should say something. I should say something. I'm doing this, guys. You know, and you think I know everything. We got up to leave, and I thought, wait a minute, guys, I'll be right back. I went back to her. Her name was Clarissa. And I said, Clarissa, my name's Kathy Cantrell. I said, I am a consultant and trainer with the Pampered Chef. And I am always looking for people who have extraordinary customer service. And you were fantastic tonight. I would love to share with you some things that you could do with Pampered Chef. Would you be interested? And she took my name and my phone number to get a hold of me. So I would have not done that had I not had to send Debbie Kimball a picture of a stadium. So, I mean, even I have a little bit of like, but if you make that a priority every day, just that one little thing, you're going to ask one person every day. And feel free to send me a picture of a stadium or a picture of a kitty cat or whatever you want to do to say, hey, I did it. Or a picture of a chicken because you were chicken that day. Okay? So, and I know Tammy would love to get chicken pictures. She loves them. She loves chicken. So I'm just teasing. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about bookings, how to book outside the party. Now, if you were just on the call for new consultants, guess what? This is the same post, FYI. Okay. It's a guinea pig post. You got a pretty picture of a guinea pig that you can send or text or message to people, but feel free to take a screenshot of this. I'm trying something new and I need your help. So this would be something like for Riley, because she's been in the business a little longer. Or if you're brand new, like Donna, you are trying something new. Okay? I'm wondering if you'd be my guinea pig. You don't have to do much. I'm asking you got to tell them what you're doing. You're hosting a virtual party online on Facebook with Pampered Chef. They are super fun with games, tips, tricks, and tools. All you have to do is add your guests to the party, interact with your guests, and watch the magic unfold. Of course, you can play the games and make comments too. Are you willing to help me out while I completely spoil you with free products? Very important that you answer, or you end every message with a question if you want something. Okay? Because if you just tell them, but you don't invite them to help you, they might be like, well, that sounds like fun, but she's just telling me about it. So I gave the example about a half an hour ago about, you and your husband could have talked about being engaged. But until he got down on one knee and then said, will you marry me? Y'all weren't engaged. Okay? You talked about it. You could inform each other, but, or I gave the example too of you telling people, oh my gosh, I made the best chocolate chip cookies. They were delicious. Oh my gosh, they can just melt in your mouth. And you're explaining it all. But until that person says, until you say, hey, would you like to try a cookie? They're not going to ask you because they've all been brought up by proper moms that, you don't ask for something. So you want to make sure that you're asking for what you want. Okay. The other thing I would encourage you to do is to tell people why you're doing this. So if it's to pay off school debt, if it's to save for a house, I know that's what Riley's working for. If it's to take your family to a free trip to Disney World, let people know your goal. Okay, that's very important. People want to help other people. So if it's to pay off your school debt, if it's to take a vacation of a lifetime, let people know why you're doing this. The worst thing that people have said that, you know, Tammy and I have been in this business for a while is, oh, I'm doing this so I don't have to, especially because we were cooking show hosts or consultants. So I can spend more time with my kids. Well, what people heard was, well, I don't want to have a party with her. She wants to spend more time with her kids. What you needed to be saying is, I love being with my children, but sometimes I need some adult time. So this allows me to get, you know, I have my mommy time and I have my big girl time. So you guys are great because I get to be around adults and people love that. So just let people know why you're doing this business. It's very important. Here's another one. It's a pilot program, same type of thing. And it is a pilot program because it's new for you, especially if you're changing your template up. It's still new and you're tweaking that all the time. I love this. If you do one of my 4 testers, you'll get a new product as a special gift. That can be anything, guys. It could be a season's best. It can be, doesn't have to be cookware. I mean, we're talking something under $5. All right. That's on top, and letting them know what the special, the rewards hosts are too. What do you think? Can I put you down for one of my spots? Those are the great questions. Now, Tammy and I are going to challenge you all to have 4 parties this week, booked by this Friday. If you take a screenshot of this and reword it, then you could be using those words to help you get those 4 parties booked. And you can even say, I've been challenged to host 4 parties this week. I thought about you because if you help me, you'll get X. On top of everything else you get, what do you think? Can I put you down for one of my spots? And send this out on your chicken list. Okay, you send that out to 50 people, you'll get 4. Okay, you will, especially if you can do some follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
So, very important. Okay, so how do you get parties from parties? Number 1, you want to partner with your hosts and challenge them to find 2 to 4 bookings. So the words that I'm saying, and I am actually doing my host coaching a little different, but guys, I do better well when I can actually speak to people because they can hear my voice, I can hear theirs, and we just have that connection. So I say to them, how I need your help is that if you can get me 3 bookings by the time our party closes, I will give you $25 extra on your party. Now, Jennifer Henderson does this. We're going to have you listen to her host coaching today. But that's something I'm offering up front. Now, I'm not going to pay a full $25 because I get, you know, the discounts and all that from the host program. But getting her to help you find those bookings. Like, she's got to know 2 to 3 to 4 people who want to have their own party. And she can help you identify them. You also want to have a booking message within every party, 1 post a day, and message people directly from that post. And you can do that in your business page. You can message them and the post attaches with that message so they can understand what you're talking about. You should have a booking post every single day in your party. If you don't, or if you need some ideas, please message your director or your recruiter and we can help you up. The other thing is customer care. So when you get notification that somebody ordered, this is a full service checkout. You pick up the phone or you shoot them a text and you say, thank you for your order. I just want to make sure that I have your address correct. And you could just, is this correct address? This is what I have. Yes or no. Thank you so much. Wasn't sure you guys you're having so much fun on this party. Have you all ever thought about are you in the need of some extra income? That's the word. Have you ever thought about earning some extra income? I don't think that is the words I want to use, but anyways. And so that's the business opportunity question. Saying, will you join my team? People might not want to join a team. Okay, but they're interested in the market. That's what it is. Are you in the market for some extra income? I knew I could come up with it. In the market for extra income. Then And if they say no to that, say no problem. I would love to pamper you. I'm booking parties for the next 2 weeks, or in September and October. Would you like to be pampered and help out your host by having your own party? So, but these are messages going back and forth, okay? And you're just not vomiting on them. You're just not throwing up on them. But partner with your host. Make sure you have a booking message from every party, and make sure you attach that and message those people who do respond or who do look at it. If they look at it but don't respond, you can tag them and say, what do you think? Which one would you pick? Okay, and then your customer care. Kristen Ryangra, she went from a consultant to an executive in a very short amount of time because she does personal customer care. And this is what I encourage Riley to do today. When she told me she had a $120 order that came in, get a hold of that person, whether through text or by phone, thank them, and then invite them. It's called a full service checkout, and make you get comfortable doing that. Okay, here's homework. Okay, homework is to book at least 4 parties to start this weekend. Okay, you guys know what to do. You know what to say. Get out that chicken list, write down all the people you're afraid to get a hold of, and send a text message. And then send us a picture of a chicken saying that you did it, okay? Make sure you follow our host coaching. Tammy and I do host coaching a little bit different. Tammy does, she groups them together and sends out 1 post a day. I have been sending out the 5 posts that I want them to post in 1 day. Basically the day before the party starts, and letting them post from that. Because for me, I forget to send people stuff. I just do. It's uncomfortable for me. So I've been doing it the week of the party. So host coaching is something that we can talk to you about this week in our private conversations. Make sure you're still tracking your contacts in a spiral notebook. If you're not doing that, please start. Make today the day that you start. All right, we'll send out this YouTube on Jennifer Henderson's host coaching, just so you have an idea of what she does. And host coaching, as we say, host coaching is where you earn your money. The show is where you pick it up, where you pick up the check. Okay? So the weeks that you do host coaching, you'll have fabulous parties, and the weeks where you drop the ball, you might not do so much. So make sure that you commit to doing this correctly. And again, if her system does not feel right for you, talk it over with me or Tammy. Let us find a system that will work for you. I had to find my own. Okay, I had to find what worked for me. And what works for me might not work for somebody else. But if you do it consistently, it will work. Okay. So your third homework, because we have our look and learn or opportunity events tomorrow, is to invite a lot of guests. And so we're going to say at least 3 to take a look and comment on the category of people you're inviting. I don't know what that means. To comment on, I'm not sure what that means. So you want to make sure you let us know who you have invited, and if they're going to show up, because we do want people to show up to our opportunity events, and they are both tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. So that is our homework. What questions do you have, if any?
Kathy, the category is just if they're inviting their hosts, which, did they invite their hosts? Did they invite their guests? Did they invite their friends, their 2 buddies they want to do this with?
Okay, thank you, because I wasn't sure what that meant. Thank you. Look at us, Tammy. We're only 4 or 5 minutes over.
Woo-hoo.
We're getting better, guys. We're not talking up all the time. But y'all have any questions? Who's going to do a chicken list? Give me some chicken flappy arms. Chicken, 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 chicken. Okay. It's a chicken dance, Yeah. Okay. So you're filming that. Awesome. Yes. The recording. Yeah. So, so this will be recorded. So if you want to see me do the chicken dance again, you can. Just go to the end. Any questions? Dory, you're unmuted. Do you have a question, or are you just looking at me like I'm crazy?
Both. No.
All right. So you got the chicken dances. You're going to host coach. Come up with a system if you need one. Make sure listen to Jennifer's, and then figure out what you can do for you. Okay? Because host coaching will make or break this business. Anything else, Tammy, to wrap it up?
Just, keep your goal in front of you guys. It's September 10th today. And a lot of you will have this, you were looking to take your directorship by the last day of the month, which means you'll want, to have your 5 people on your team, all active, 5,000 in sales, counting yours. Yours has to be at least 750. Just kind of keep all that in front of you so that September 30th, hopefully before then, not on the last second, it's all lined up for you. And you get that paycheck for October, because that's when it happens. If it happens in September, you're getting paid as a director in October on your October 7th paycheck.
So one thing that I have up on my wall is the 3 next levels of the executive structure. So I don't know if you see the blue sheets there. And I do visualize that. So my brain is thinking all the time. And I keep saying to myself, we are an executive team, and we will promote. We're going to promote by December. Now, Riley, did you ever listen to that Sean Stevenson?
No, I ended up listening to the Everest woman.
Oh, the mountain one. Okay. Did anybody listen to the Sean Stevenson, Dr. Sean Stevenson? Okay, I'm going to post it again. It's 47 minutes, a great podcast. He passed away August 28th. His story is amazing. And if you ever doubted the idea of miracles, once you listen to him, you will never doubt it again. Okay, so I know it's in our chat. Tammy, I'll put it in yours. I think I did put it in yours earlier today. If you're in the car, guys, just listen to it. It's really powerful. So continue with your inspirational training, okay? Because that's what's going to move you forward. All right, and I can't stop talking because I just want you guys just to do this. Right, Tammy?
Kathy, I can vouch for you. It is awesome. I listened to it.
Yes, it's phenomenal. So, okay, got a call with Mary and Clara because they're right here. So we'll jump over here and jump back onto our call. But